everybody, welcome to Moxii Channel. My name is Natalia Popovich, and today I have a very special guest, a very dear friend of mine, Abby McDonald. Welcome, Abby.
Thank you, Natalia. I'm so happy to be here, and this is awesome.
So Abby, yesterday we met and we were talking about how do we feel authentic and how do we see other people as being authentic.
Well, that's a very deep question to ask, and it's actually one of my favorite topics, and definitely tied in with my message of allowing the real you to emerge. And what does authentic mean to me? You know, for me, authenticity, it's deeper than just letting it all out and letting your hair down, because a lot of people think, oh, it's just about being real and just being you. But for me, it's actually deeper than that. It's allowing the most authentic part of yourself to be at the forefront in your life. So in other words, it's the sacred part of yourself that's beneath all of the layers that we've been conditioned to have through, you know, through how we're raised, through our environments, through our experiences, and just allowing that to come to the forefront, because I believe that when you live in that space, that's when you really create the life that you really want. And a lot of us, we don't realize it because, you know, even myself, you know, I walked, you know, with a lot of layers. I mean, let's be real, we wear different masks throughout our lives. You know, we're a mom, or we're a wife, or we're a friend, or in our professions, you know, like we put on these different masks. And somehow we kind of lose the real essence of who we really are in those various roles, you know. So being authentic, for me, is deeper. It's about getting to the true essence of who you really are, and what you enjoy and what you're all about, you know. And and that's what I'm all about, is help guiding people to tap into their truth and to just really live authentically. And that's what it's about.
Interesting. And do you think you are authentic?
I think that I have come to a place that I am now, but I wasn't always like that, like many people. And, you know, I had to do the work on myself. For me, my journey was about letting go of a lot of past experiences that I had in my life. We all have a story to tell. And, you know, I was raised in a single parent home. And I walked with a lot of rejection issues and issues of abandonment throughout my life. And through that, I created walls, and, you know, we tend to do that. And it sort of trickled down into all areas of my life, like professionally, in relationships, and so on. And I believe it got in the way of me really experiencing the fullness of life, you know, walking with those guards, you know. So I had to do the work, and I had to have an honest conversation with myself, and more importantly, forgive myself of the past experiences, because it really wasn't who I really was. Like, you know, it wasn't who I am. And so now, at this point in my journey, I'm very passionate about guiding women to really, really release their past and really discover their truth and who they really are, because that's when I believe that you really live your best life. And that's where I'm at, and that's what I try to impart to others.
Okay, so when you say you're trying to help people, do you find yourself as a coach, or what is your position?
So pretty much I'm a life and career coach. So from a life perspective, I help people in particular in transitions in their life. So I'm sort of like a catalyst. So if someone's going through a personal life crisis or massive changes, or even a career transition, I'm the person that can help them with getting unstuck and sort of delving into further with what they really want. You know, I get them to declutter their mind and gain clarity in where they're headed. I also help people, because I've experienced this before, heal themselves of any rejection issues or anything, any feelings of abandonment that they may have experienced in their lives before. So I'm skilled in those areas because I've lived it. So the clients that I work with tend to resonate with that part of it. And then of course, I've been in the executive search business for over 13 years. So I help people identify what their true skills and talents are and help them hone in on those skills, because that's part of who they are, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So being authentic means also being courageous, right?
Yes.
To embrace your real self,
Yes.
right? And many people very often are afraid or hide behind the mask
That's right.
you're talking about.
That's right.
Okay, so let's say somebody comes to you. How long typically it takes for this individual to embrace the real persona? Does it take a month? Does it take 6 months? Is it at all a period of time that, you know, they have to be coached?
Yeah, well, it's different for everyone, Natalia, because everyone's on a different journey in their path, and timing is everything in their lives. And some people are just simply not ready to deal with certain issues.
Okay.
So I keep it open-ended, so to speak, when I deal with my clients. But I start them out on a 3-month, either a 3-month basis and then a 6-month basis. And one of the things I just want to say is that my job is not to fix anyone. I cannot fix you. Your heart has to be ready. You have to be at that place. I like to call it, you have to be desperado. You have to. Because sometimes when you become really desperate for change, when you're backed up in that corner, that's when you're going to do the work, right? You have to be. So it's one of the things that I ask clients before I start working with them. Are you desperate? How desperate do you want change in your life? I know for me, I had to get to that place before I was committed to really working on myself. So and that's a great thing, to be desperado. Because that's when people really want to change, right? To change their lives. So that's what I encourage. But everybody's different, Natalia. Everybody's journey is different. So, when I meet with people, I tend to assess where they're at currently. And really, we just sort of go with the flow and allow our sessions to be in the moment and see what comes up. And then take it from there. That's how I work. Just so it's organic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So can you please tell the viewers, if somebody would love to get in touch with you, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me at, my website is www.talkwithabby.com. And if you are interested in learning more about my coaching services, you can reach me at Abby, that's ABBY, at talkwithabby.com. You can find me on Facebook, I'm Talk with Abby, and that's where you can reach me.
Thank you so much, Abby.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. Once again, I'm Natalia Popovich. I see you next time.